Steve Mizarak, the Miz. Everybody knows the Miz. He was awesome. He was a great guy. So Mizarak used to come to Hawaii all the time. So he was really good friends with Aki and Brian, you know, my mentors that, you know, from Hawaii and Brian. So I remember one time Steve came to Hawaii and Aki picked him up in his Jaguar. No, sorry, it was his Porsche. And his Porsche was a two-seater, you know, and Mizarak was, you know, 400 pounds. So right then, I think it was the start of the seatbelt law in Hawaii, and there was no way that Mizarak could get that seatbelt around him. So I remember Aki coming back to the pool room with Steve, and he says, "Yeah, we almost got a ticket." And so what happened? He said the cop pulled us over and said Steve didn't have a seatbelt. And then so Aki was trying to explain to him, there's no way that I could get this seatbelt around him, right? And the cop ended up giving him a $30 ticket. So Aki put it on his tab. It was funny, but you know, it was just one of those funny stories about Steve that you know, we always cracked up about. But the reason why I bring up Steve is because I have a really good story about him. You know, it's kind of sad, but it's funny too in the sense that everybody knows I took a 4-year hiatus from pool from '97 to 2001. So in 2002, I make my first trip out to Florida, and this was right after Steve had his stroke. So he's in his wheelchair, you know, and he's had his slurred speech and stuff, and but he still, you know, he had his wits about him. He was still funny, you know. I was talking to him for a while, and he came and showed up for the tournament special, and they're like, you know, Steve, why did you know, come here? You know, you don't have to come here for this tournament. I was gonna, you know, come see you next week anyway. And he's like, nah. I said, I just wanted to come here and you know, see if you could still make a ball after all this time, right? So he watches my first match, and I win 9-0. And then so we're hanging out, talking and stuff, and then so my next match comes up, and then I win 9-0. Then another match comes up, I win 9-0. And then the fourth match, I win 9-0 again, and I'm in the finals. I'm waiting for the guys to catch up, and then Steve gets ready to leave, and then he goes, well, he says, you know, with his slurred speech in the wheelchair, he's like, I guess you can still make a ball, and then he starts laughing, and then he leaves, right? And well, as soon as he leaves, I get ready to play the finals, and I'm playing Tommy Kennedy. So Steve comes, he watches me never lose a game. I win 4 matches in a row. I'm in the finals, and then as soon as he leaves, Tommy Kennedy beats me in the finals 13-5. So that was funny. And Steve never got to see it. So as far as I'm concerned, Steve never saw me lose a game. So it's funny.